Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, July 13th. Man, almost halfway through July already. Um, Took a really nice super signal trade on Thursday that I'll go over here in a little bit. Show you guys how awesome the tradable levels that I provided you guys with on the NQ and the ES reacted Thursday and Friday of last week, and give you guys some updates on some new tradable levels and the trades that I was able to take last week right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so my midweek review came out Wednesday evening, so it'll put you somewhere right around here. We had two tradable levels at the 22,998 and we had the 22,867, which was down here in this lower weekly band that I had given you guys. As you guys can see, throughout Thursday and Friday, we pretty much were bouncing straight between these two bands, which I let you guys know in the video that was a very strong possibility. But as far as the tradable levels, when we came down to the 22,998, as you guys can see, we got a really nice rejection. I should say we got some good push off of volume here, back up into this upper band. And then what happened on, I believe this was on Friday. No, Thursday, sorry, Thursday. We came right back down to this tradable level at 22,867. And I mean, you can't get much more of a rejection off this tradable level than that. We came right back, and where was the line in the sand that we couldn't get past? Right at the 22,998. So both of those tradable levels on the NQ worked out really, really well. So as far as what I see coming up here this coming week, remember, we've got this weekly band that's sitting down here that the market's going to probably want to rebalance some of the volume in here. And that sits at the 22,647 down to the 22,581. Obviously, a lot of headlines been coming out even over the weekend. So I'm assuming that we're probably going to see some pretty good volatility in the markets this week. Below that, we've got a very low volume area that probably needs to get rebalanced as well, but that one sits down at the 22,334 down to the 22,264. So obviously the market have to make a pretty big push to get down there. But again, this is still, I'm going to keep this weekly band exactly where it's at, the 23,104 to the 23,035. Could definitely see us getting back into this area as well. As far as some new tradable levels on the NQ, I've got one at sitting right below this weekly band here. So that, let me just delete this guy here. And this one is going to sit at 23,025. So it's going to sit right below, 10 points below this weekly band that we've got sitting above us. So this is above where price action currently finished off Friday. And I've got another one down here. I'll provide you guys with, obviously we need market to make a pretty big push to the downside, but everything is possible on the NQ right here. So below this weekly band, we've got another level that's going to be sitting at 22,561. Again, we need market to do a pretty big push from here all the way down here. You're also going to have this weekly band that is going to have some rejection here. So probably don't see this getting visited Monday. But again, anything can happen in the market. You get some pretty big headline that comes out or report, and we could be down there in a jiffy. All right, so looking at the ES. Let's break this up here a little bit. All right, so on the ES, we've got, let's see, the video came out somewhere right around here. I gave you guys a tradable level at 62.49, which is still in play. Pretty much had some kind of ranging here from Thursday and Friday, but still no new band that I can give you guys up here. It's just not as strong of a band to justify anything above where price action currently sits. Below us, we've got a weekly band at the 62.71 down to the 62.35, where we should see some reaction. Again, the tradable level at 62.49. Below that, we've got another weekly band at 62.19 down to 61.83. This is a trade that I am definitely scoping out very strongly at the 62.03. And then we've got a very strong band here at 61.44 down to 61.08. Similar to the NQ, obviously we're going to have to make a really big push to get down to this area, but there is a ton of volume that needs to get rebalanced out here in this lower band. As far as new tradable levels, I've got one that's sitting above where price action currently sits, and that one is going to be at the 63.20. Okay, now again, as I state in all of my Sunday videos, you've got to be super careful with the 5 p.m. open, futures open Central Time. So, you know, obviously we can expect either a gap up or a gap down. So don't have any resting limit orders at any of the tradable levels. You definitely want to see how we open up today, and then kind of take it from there. If we obviously come down and dip here, this level could still be in play. If we go to the upside, let's say somewhere around here, then this level would still be at play at 62.49. As far as the, I had a fantastic week of trading last week. Was able to take a super signal. So this was a super signal that is part of my signal service that I provide. You know, obviously my entry, stop loss, take profit, and the super signals are much bigger trades. So I had set out a signal. This is way before price action obviously got into our entry point, but called for a short at the 23.033 with a target 22.962. Now, unfortunately, this one hit a little later in the afternoon, and I typically like to cut my trades off around that 2:30 to 3 p.m. You know, market starts to kind of fluctuate in very strange kind of ways at that point. I believe a lot of algorithms and people trying to get out of positions, and price action can get a little wonky. But regardless, I took out on this trade about 42 points on this trade from where my entry was to where my take profit, or where I closed out of this trade. Now, this trade obviously worked out absolutely perfect. So the entry again at 23.033, and did hit full take profit at the 22.962, and that was a winner for 71 points on the NQ on that super signal that I took. So again, the signals are doing fantastic. Definitely hoping here for some pretty good movements on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. But now you've got kind of a roadmap of what price action could look like, where we could see some big rejections at, and where the market shifts can happen. So with that, wish you guys the best at the rest of your weekend here on Sunday, and see you guys on Wednesday for my midweek review. Take care, everyone.